You've finally accepted the reality that setting a goal of just get better isn't going to cut it. So you've set a clear goal that is both difficult yet possible. And you're motivated about it. You can visualize yourself accomplishing this goal. But now what? Now it's time to get to work. If your goal is as difficult as it should be, it should take a lot of hard work and a pretty long time to accomplish. Depending on how big of a goal it is, it might even take years of commitment before you actually see it happen. So, how do you stay motivated and how do you stay on track for that long? You probably don't. You'll end up quitting just like all the New Year's resolution folks who have annual memberships for their 2-week training program every January. In the world of goals, there are two types. The first type of goals are performance goals. These are also known as outcome goals, reward goals, extrinsic goals, and ego-oriented goals. These are probably the most common goals we set for ourselves and are directly based off of our performance on a given day at our particular event or race. For example, I want to finish in the top 5 in the Cat 3 men's race at Trek Cup. Well, good luck, because last year I lapped the field twice in the Legends race at Trek Cup. Sven Nys couldn't even hang. The good thing about a performance goal is that it creates an overarching sense of motivation and purpose for the entire season. It's as if everything is building up to the accomplishment of this one big goal. If you watch the Goals Explained video, you'll recall that this kind of pressure is good because it creates more of a life or death scenario, allowing your brain to push beyond its normal limits. If I've set my main performance goal as win Elite Cyclocross Nats, then at every other cyclocross race throughout the season, there is this building anticipation as I get closer to nationals. And when I do finally show up to Cyclocross Nats, I show up with nothing but my game face because this is the A race that I've been building up for all season. However, there is one big negative to consider about performance goals. They don't actually make us happy. Psychologists have found that when you set a big goal, your brain actually sends feel-good sensations to your body even when you think about that goal. So when you finally do accomplish that goal, you aren't as satisfied as you expected and become depressed. This is known as the arrival fallacy. In fact, it's been shown that after athletes accomplish big goals, they often go through a state of lowered ambition and overall morale. Achieving big success tends to have a negative effect on athletes who only set performance goals. What we learn from the arrival fallacy is that our happiness and satisfaction is derived from the training itself and not from the accomplishment that we achieve from that training. To sum it up with a cheesy tagline, the joy is in the journey. Progress goals are what we use to improve this joyous journey of training, otherwise known as process orientation or learning focused goals. These are the stepping stone goals that get us to our performance goals. We might have one big performance goal for the entire season, backed by multiple progress goals throughout that season. I like the titles performance and progress because it allows us to easily define and separate these two categories of goals. Performance goals are the end game, progress goals are how we're getting there. The strategy for setting good progress goals is to analyze and dissect your performance goals and then set progress goals in each area required for you to accomplish that performance goal. Yes, I love dissecting things. For example, if my big performance goal for the season is to win Elite Cyclocross Nationals, I need to be able to race my bike hard for 60 minutes. So one progress goal would be to improve my power over 60 minutes. Another key area is to have a lot of UCI points so you can get a good call-up. So another progress goal might be to finish within the UCI points at every race throughout the season. And one area that I personally struggle with is the first lap. So another big progress goal would be to improve my starts and my first lap so I'm not chasing from behind at every race. It's these progress goals along the way that will help you achieve your big season-end performance goal. But another big benefit of progress goals is that they fill the time gap between now and your performance goals. Typically, performance goals take months, maybe even years to accomplish. So by setting several progress goals along the way, this is going to help your day-to-day training motivation. Some people even focus on creating and accomplishing daily progress goals that ultimately point to their performance goal. What they're doing is creating a positive feedback loop where every day they're accomplishing small goals along the way, which in turn increases their motivation, which increases their desire to fulfill more goals, and so on and so forth. Progress goals are kind of like those 10-pound burrito challenges. How do you do it? One bite at a time. So are you saying I should eat 10-pound burritos every day so that I can accomplish my goals? Because I can get down with that. Within Christianity, there's a fancy word for this called sanctification. One of the things that I strive for as a Christian is to be more Christ-like. But if you think about it, this is impossible. Jesus was perfect. He never did anything wrong in his entire life. So to be more Christ-like is to be setting a goal that is unattainable. However, that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. Leviticus 11:44 says, "For I am the Lord your God. Consecrate yourselves therefore, and be holy, for I am holy." Sanctification is the process of holiness throughout somebody's life. It's this steady upward trajectory. It's a striving to be better today than I was yesterday, and better tomorrow than I was today. I may never be fully Christ-like, but I will be more Christ-like than I started. Goals should be the same way. We should always strive to achieve our big performance goals, even if we never actually accomplish them, because at least we tried and we're probably better now than if we hadn't tried at all. A little side note about sanctification: the good thing about Christianity is that even though I'm striving to be Christ-like, that's not actually what saves me. What actually saves somebody is that they're believing in Jesus Christ to take away their sins. When Jesus Christ died on the cross, our sins were placed on him, and his righteousness was given to us. So the only way we can have a right relationship with God is if we are perfect. And the good news is that Jesus gives us his perfection so that we can have that relationship with God. This is the only way that somebody can be saved. That's all I've got for this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And until next time, y'all stay rad.